Ronnie, you've actually taken some of those great catchphrases that we all remember from those outrageous, unbelievable DVDs and things that's literally, if you're in bodybuilding and you haven't watched those, folks, you're missing out. I mean, you have to see some of the training that Ronnie did. And this was real training, Ronnie. Some of this was mere weeks out from the Olympia. You didn't slack off as you got closer to the show.
Not at all. I believe if you want to go in there and you want to be the best and do the very best, you had to continue doing what you did when you started getting ready for the show. And I took it all the way to the show.
Ronnie, yes, I mean, you obviously tour all over the place. You've got your own supplement company now, and you're doing very well, I understand, and congratulations on that. But you tour all over the place. You're in gyms all over the country. When you're in a gym, do you actually hear anybody else doing your imitations?
No, because I started them. And so when I started them, it's just something that was just being done. You know, it wasn't no phenomenon. You know, it wasn't no big thing or nothing like that, because I was the only one doing it.
Well, because you're a businessman.
I was the only one in the gym too. You got to remember, I got to point that out too. It's so hot in the gym that nobody else wanted to work out at the time I worked out. So I was in the gym by myself. Actually, that's the reason why I started coming up with those phrases. I was in the gym one day, it's hot, you know, I'm tired. I got to go to work too, because, you know, after I finished training, I had to go work every day. So I'm working out, and I'm by myself. Ain't nobody else in the gym. I'm hot and I'm tired. I'm like, damn, I got to do something to get myself fired up. So I just started talking to myself. so you know, I didn't want to like sound like I was just having a conversation. So I just started yelling out stuff, and I was picking up the weight, and it was heavy. So I was like, let me psych myself out. So I said, heavyweight? No, that ain't heavy. That's lightweight. You know, it just caught on. So every time I started to pick up the heavyweight, I was like, okay, I got to psych myself out again. Lightweight. And then that got old. So I had to come up with something else. So I like lightweight. Ain't nothing but a peanut. That's lightweight.
That would have been the first thing that came to my mind. I was going right for the peanuts.
And you know, every saying got old, so I had to come up with something new. And I had a gear buddy, you know. Everybody want to be a bodybuilder. Nobody want to get this heavy ass weight, you know. Anything I come up with. That's what I use to get myself psyched up.
Well, nice thing is, folks, because Ronnie is an enterprising businessman, you can find all these quotes on T-shirts that he has for sale now, of course, at the booth, which I think is great, and the people love it, and it's got to be cool to you to see, obviously, those fan base that's out there still supporting you. Ronnie, let me bring you back to some of those bodybuilding days, though. You were going for that 9th title. Was that important to, obviously, you wanted another Sandow, of course, and that's why you're up there, but was it important to you to beat Lee's title, or were you, obviously now looking back, are you content to share that stage with him?
Well, you know what, it wasn't all about beating Lee's title, it was about winning Miss Olympia. Beating Lee's title would have been great, but you know, when I'm up there on stage, I'm competing against these other guys, and I'm very competitive, as you know. I won 8 in a row. You know, so a record is good, but I'm being competitive. I want to win. Like I said, the record is good too. So it wasn't all about me trying to get number 9. It was about me trying to win a contest.
Ronnie, your training, obviously, much like Dorian's, is synonymous with your titles, with being Ronnie Coleman. Again, a lot of those DVDs show you, real training. It's not stage photo shoot training. This is real stuff. But one of my favorite stories about that you've told before, that you can maybe share with the audience today, is that everybody thought there was some great strategy to do you doing lunges outside. Tell everybody, why did you do lunges outside in the parking lot?
Well, in my training, I'm always looking to do something different, and I'm always looking to do something new. When I first went to Metroflex Gym, Brian had these unorthodox training styles, so he first started me out pushing a truck up and down the parking lot. There was a big yellow heavy truck, and it was old, and after a while that truck, it quit working. So I'm like, okay, I gotta find something to replace the truck. I'm trying to build up my legs or whatever, so only thing was left was a bar. So I'm like, okay, I get a bar and just walk up and down, but that ain't gonna do nothing. So I had to figure out how to add some resistance to it. So I just started lunging. I couldn't squat because I had already squatted in the gym. I always did that on leg day. So I just started squatting up and down the parking lot. It just took the place of the truck.
There it is, folks. So you thought there was some deep meaning there. That the truck had no gas. That's why he pushed it from one side to the other. And then, of course, there was no room in the gym to do lunges like that.
Our gym is very small, and no room whatsoever.
Oh, apparently it seemed to do the trick and put 8 sandals on his mantle. Ronnie Coleman, everybody.